so plain and precious. Finally, the Book of Mormon is the keystone of testimony. Just as the arch crumbles if the keystone is removed, so does all the church stand or fall with the truthfulness of the Book of Mormon. The enemies of the church understand this clearly.
Travis Wayne Goodsell. So I got 2 videos today and still was able to get everything else done that I needed to do today, and we're done early, and even got some women's wedding fashion on top of it today in between everything. So cool. And it appears Jasmine has returned, and so we have a Jasmine comment reply video, and and so we'll do a Jasmine comment reply video. I haven't uploaded it yet, unless it's thank you for being a friend, but I don't see pink. Oh, there's one shirt. It's still a thank you for being a friend, which is a different song. So, she just responded to the recent video I did. Forensic investigation proves Book of Mormon true. It does. Also, Jasmine, and I'm going to get to it when I do the next Book of Mormon prophecy video. Jewish Kabbalah also includes dreams and dream interpretation along with that. So I remembered that last night when I was going to bed. And so I intend to add it to the next one. Hey Travis, we had a double-day gig to do, but we are off till Saturday. So in case you didn't know, they're DJs. Mostly James, but Jasmine is, her channel shows that she can DJ too. And doing remixes and such. That's what she's referring to with the pink video. And since lots of new people come, as all the old people who've subscribed just ghost me, I have to keep reminding you guys, James and Jasmine were approached by the missionaries, knocking on their door, and they were listening to the missionaries' investigator lessons and were studying rather than getting the right feeling to jump into baptism to improve the missionaries' numbers. And so by studying, this is the missionaries' worst nightmare, because they're finding out things and the missionaries have to go on the denialism mode to say, don't trust other sources, only trust us. Which is a sure sign that you need to run. But nonetheless, they're little jailbait, not properly taught and educated in Mormonism. Right, ex-Mormons? Were you properly educated in Mormonism? Do you think you're an expert in Mormonism? then why would you think those little missionaries are? You have to do your research and study. And so they aren't even old enough to have had enough years to have done that. But being born and raised in the Covenant Mormon, it was up to me to do it, because the church wouldn't help me with that. And so she wants my action figure. Do not put me in the microwave. But that's the only way you're going to get me to do a fashion show for you, is through my action figure. And be kind. Do not put lipstick. Do not braid my hair. Do not put me in a dress. There's nothing I can do to stop you, is there? What accessories does that come with? None. None whatsoever. The thank you for being a friend slideshow was made for some of James's friends that he wanted to let know he appreciates them. Plus, they will all be tagged to the video on our Facebook and Instagram pages. It's all a plan to get the subscribers started at the first of the year. Jealousy is not an issue in our lives. There's jealousy. And I don't get mad because of his friends, though 85% of them are female. And all white girls. Just saying. Your pink video is done. I had a hard time with it, but you were worth the work for all the work you have done for me. All I did was link you. I hooked you up. I will be sending you an email right after I finish watching this. So is it done now? Do we need to do a two-parter? Yep, sure enough, there she is. We are back, not in black, but in Kentucky. And I see pictures. I see picture attachments. And they're unnamed. I hate it when they don't label the pictures online. There we go. Star it. Oh, documents from the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Interesting. Okay. So we'll get to that in just a second. I had a hard, let's see, I will be, after I finish watching it. She has a question. Here we go. I know that Constantine was the one who made Jesus and his divinity. I have found that info on Wikipedia, Nicene Creed. Did I not provide you with that link? It provides you with the Greek also, because you always say it's all Greek or Chinese. You say it's Chinese. Oops. Greek too. I also found this too, the Council of Hippo in 393 and the Third Council of Carthage in 397, under the influence of Augustine, who attended both. I'd have a hard time believing that. Well, Augustine, no, never mind. Different guy. Constantine is different than Augustine. Who attended both, fixed the Catholic canon of the Holy Scriptures. Do you know anything about those? Well, yeah, just Wikipedia. Remember, I don't memorize. I know how to reference. Council of Hippo. Synod of Hippo, Wikipedia. 393, which was hosted by Hippo Regius. Regius, technically, if you're going to use Latin. There is no J. Just making a download, adding it to the collection. Because I've not done this part, as I'm now recalling. Trying to obtain a collection of all the history of the world. Northern Africa during the early Christian church. Additional synods were held in 394, 397, 401, 426. Some were attended by Augustine of Hippo. And so I did get him, but not the various creeds. I do have the book that goes over all of them. Those are kind of essential books for everybody's library if you're investigating the religion. I should probably find them on Amazon and link you to them. Gotta remember the titles now. I don't. That. I think it is the history of the church. Oh, there it is. The Story of Christianity. Volume 1, and then there's a Volume 2. Had to rebuy it in 2016. There's Volume 2. You can get them both together. Which, yes, I would highly recommend it. Not the documents. Not at all. It's okay. We'll leave that up on the internet. Hopefully I remember. So, what are you asking me about? Is it just that do I know about them? Of course I know about them. Do you know anything about those? Yeah. The answer is yes. I like the fact that someone else is doing a DNC comparison That way, when we send them both to you, I am sure you will have some corrections for mine. All you're doing is showing a chart. How can there be errors? So cute. Okay, the other one was Council of Carthage, which seems like that was one of the follow-ups they were talking about. Councils of Carthage. And so it has 4 of them, it looks like. Ooh, this has a text. Council of 397. It's got the text in here for us. In both Latin and in English translation. Cool. And so I hope you understand, which I think you do, that even if the Catholic Church reverses its decisions on previous councils with a future council, that doesn't mean that all of a sudden they're now true. It's like the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. Oh, we're no longer racist, we're now true. So I hope you understand that when a religion starts off wrong, it doesn't matter what successors who claim to be successors do to make changes. Even Nelson, with his hinge pointing away from the previous church that I grew up with, it still is the same church. It's just getting more and more abominable, because he's trying to deny the church that I grew up in and of what I'm learning about the actual history of the church. He's sending out missionaries now who have no clue about the church I grew up in, and especially aren't studying church history correctly, because the church lies about it and doesn't talk about it. And so, as both you guys have pointed out to the missionaries from previous Book of Mormons and Doctrine and Covenants, the missionaries are clueless that there was even such a thing, and they never bothered to look up online to see that there are sites that help Mormons learn about Mormonism and the Scriptures. For example, the Doctrine and Covenants, Wikipedia. This was controlled by the church, so it's safe, Mormons. But under LDS Church editions, you see the 1844, which was after Joseph Smith died. Brigham Young had 103, 105, 112, 119, 124, 127, 128, and 135 added. And then it begs the question, well, why didn't he put in the ones that he put in 1876? And then the Joseph Smith Papers even further begs the question, why didn't Brigham Young put in the others? 2, 13, 77, 85, 87, 108 to 111, 113 to 118, 120 to 123, 125, 126, 129 to 132, and 136. And so then you have to do the video using forensic investigation to know exactly what happened and identify which of those editions were actually forged documents, because they go against the Book of Mormon. And so, yeah, this is a shock to Mormons who believe that all of these scriptures were a part of Joseph Smith's original one. And CNN were doing fast facts of Mormonism and claimed that section 132 was in the 1835 edition of Joseph Smith's Doctrine and Covenants. They got it wrong. And whether that was an error on their part or whether they were told wrong by the Mormon they interviewed, that is unclear. But it's clear CNN did not do their research. They trusted whoever was telling them stuff. Because if they had done their research independent of a Mormon, they would have learned things for themselves, which is what a news agency is supposed to do in the first place. Oops. And so it has a 1921 edition that I linked you to and provided you with the, or was it Stanford that I gave the links to? I know I gave it to Stanford because he's also doing a different version of the Doctrine and Covenants than what James and Jasmine are doing for me. But that's when doctrine was removed from the Doctrine and Covenants. The lectures on faith. Bye-bye, doctrine. Bye-bye. We're now evangelical. In 1923. I did link Jasmine the Articles of Incorporation of when the church rose from the grave. And they're trying to claim that James E. Talmage in 1930 released Latter-day Revelation selections from the Book of Doctrine and Covenants. Highly edited selective version of the Doctrine and Covenants. I wonder if we can find that in a PDF online. We're going to look for that. Oh, there we go. A series of lectures on principal doctrines of the church by James E. Talmage. Here's Eborn books. I think that they're offering or charging $150 for it. Eborn Books is out of their store because the landlord screwed them over. So are they online now? Yeah, they're still online. Yeah, $150. Dear God. It's not that valuable, guys. You're screwing over Mormons. Let's see what the Gutenberg Project is all about. Oh, it's his Articles of Faith. Okay. Yeah, you can get that one outside of the Gutenberg Project, and I don't have to scroll all the way down to copy and paste that. Are you not going to let me? Let's see if we can find him. Jesus the Christ, James E. Talmage. Don't internet. Here we go. Just this one. This was a required missionary text, both Articles of Faith and Jesus the Christ. I'm not sure if I have them in print, because my dad threw away everything of mine. So this obviously is not the red cover versions. This is the original published version. 824 pages of plagiarism, just replacing the words with higher level learning words. That's the only difference. Because if you look them all up in the dictionary, you realize, oh, he's just plagiarizing. And so, do you have articles of faith? Nope. So let's see if you got it listed under James E. Talmage. Christ, Story of Mormonism, Articles of Faith. There it is. PDF, 30 megabytes. These are important to have for my collection because these shaped Mormons' minds. Because it wasn't just me who had to read it for my mission. Every missionary was required to have these books. Alright, 504 pages. Okay. Anything else in here? He does the story of Mormonism. Ooh, the Great Apostasy. We gotta get that one. There is no preview available. Zip. We'll get the red cover version. Oh, loan and borrow. You're a site for free, not loan and borrow. And this other version is PDF. 200 pages. And the House of the Lord. Page was ripped out. They should have Bruce R. McConkie stuff. Why isn't somebody putting up Bruce R. McConkie stuff? And the church has thrown them under the bus. Make them available. Let's see if we can... Philosophy of Mormonism. He's the only one I've found who did a philosophy of Mormonism. And his wasn't even a philosophy of Mormonism. I think my book was bigger. Not that that matters. Not at all. Bruce R. McConkie. Doctrines of the Restoration. Borrow and loan. A whole bunch of audios. Doctrinal New Testament, Volume 1. Doctrines of Salvation by Joseph Fielding Smith. There's a general. Borrow? Oh my hell. Let's find out what these 31 items are. Seriously? Audio files. There's an old Mormon doctrine. Which edition is this? Is this the fence sitter one? The loader viewer is taking its time. Oh, it's 1979. Oh, boo. Boo. But it's a loan and borrow anyway. Boo. There's the black edition that I had. Probably still have. I had probably had to rebuy it. All of these are Mortal Messiah, loan and borrows. You disappoint me, Archive. You disappoint me. You shouldn't have loan and borrows on your thing. If it's login and borrow, it should not be approved. So we'll try Doctrines of Salvation Volume 1. And so I'm done with that. Alright, where were we? So yeah, we didn't get the Latter-day Revelation selections from the Doctrine and Covenants, did we? Oh well. C'est la vie, mon chéri. Très jolie en fille. Alright, so let's get to your email here. We had a Tuesday and Wednesday night gig to do in Cookeville, Tennessee. Or is it Cokeville? And was it Cokeville where the school shootings were and angels came, or is that here in Utah? There's a movie about something like that. It's a 2-hour drive, one way for us, so we just stayed in Cookeville. We were back in Kentucky. We are back in Kentucky now. Tried to upload your Pink video to YouTube, but AC/DC was a copyright on it. You did a remix, though. But I don't. But it's a remix. They're not supposed to have a copyright on it. Copyright rules allow for people to remix. I think you guys know this, don't you? YouTube is in the wrong. So I uploaded to our Dropbox. Oh, good. I get a personalized video. Not signing up for Dropbox. Alrighty. Find a different file for it. So I'll watch this in private time. Alrighty. That's all it has here. Got to go to the other link, I guess, to get whatever else you've been putting on there. I am also sending you some pics that you might find funny because it shows how bad the church is needing participants. Yeah, well, the missionaries made that very clear when they ask you if you're going to be baptized. If they hadn't caught on that they haven't resolved your concerns. Now I have told you, Travis, we are not the ghosting type. Don't make me come to Utah and scold you. Oh yeah, I double dog dare you to come to Utah. All right, Queen Creek, Arizona, North Steak. This is from Arizona, guys. Dear brothers and sisters, our stake has been asked by the church to participate in a new social media program. In an invitation from Elder Bednar, he said, I exhort you to sweep the earth with messages filled with righteousness and truth. Where racist, sexist, bigoted, hateful, neglectful of the poor, anti-Semites, terrorists, seditious conspirators, criminals, messages that are authentic, edifying, and praiseworthy, and to literally sweep the earth as with a flood. That's what you were going to do, and you sort of did. It didn't keep coming with the emails and the comments. In accordance with the guidelines we have been given, we have created the Queen Creek, that's a tongue twister, Queen Creek North Stake Facebook group where members can learn to become more comfortable sharing their faith in an online setting. Yeah, and ban everybody who doesn't conform and comply. That's sharing it, isn't it? The topics to share include faith experiences, ministering experiences, come follow me discussions. I'm doing it. Testimonies, new member spotlights, inspiring scriptures. There's a whole bunch in the Song of Solomon. Lessons or general conference reflections, invitations to church activities, service opportunities, life as a follower of Christ, family history, and something got crossed out. Inspirational quotes, something talks and amp. Or is that just my thing at the bottom of the screen? Looks like it's crossed out though. Family history, messages from leaders. On to the next page. Inspirational quotes, talks and apps. Video. Missionary updates. Serving from or in our ward. Research done by church headquarters shows that those not of our faith are far more likely to listen to a message of faith from individuals living within their neighborhoods. No, we come to mock you. You're racist, sexist, bigoted, anti-Semites, etc., etc., etc. And so this is just your message of hate. It is not a message of faith. We know you as liars. Masterfully produced messages from the institution of the church. This program offers an opportunity for members to become comfortable sharing faith online because they don't study. That's why they're insecure. That's literally what it is. Mormons read, ponder, pray, get the right feeling. They're not secure with it, and they have to reinforce it within themselves to be confident that their spiritual feeling is legitimate, because they know it can't be. And so, yeah, they remain quiet. They sit in church. They don't answer questions. They don't read and study beforehand during the week. They know what's coming because they used to hand out little pamphlets of when the lessons are going to be for each week, so that Mormons would know and could study in advance to help participate in class. And they won't. And they don't want to say prayers because they're not comfortable, because they, oh no, I'm not very good at prayer. Seriously, Mormons are very insecure for the most part. Only your extremists are the bold ones. And even those who go on missions are still, they're the quiet types who just sit and listen. They don't answer questions because they're afraid they're going to be wrong. But their spiritual witness, yeah, they're afraid they're going to be wrong. And so Mormons know that this is all crap, but they don't study so that they can find out why their feelings are telling them it's crap. And so they just, I can't call them hostages to the church because they're willingly not doing anything to find out that they are hostages to the church. They purposely are wanting to be saved in ignorance. Literally. And that's a Doctrine and Covenants passage, James and Jasmine, in case you didn't know. Let's bring it up for you. I think it's 130. Because I'm thinking 131, and then that triggered an associative memory of, no, I was wrong on that one. Yeah, I was wrong. And if whatever principle of intelligence we attain unto in this life, it will rise with us in the resurrection. Mormons don't pursue intelligence. It's feelings. It's got to be the right feeling. They don't want intelligence. The church has said intelligence leads to apostasy. And if a person gains more knowledge and intelligence in this life through his diligence and obedience, Mormons will hate you. And claim that you're an apostate, Korahor, anti-Mormon. He will have so much the advantage in the world to come. And that didn't have it either. Cannot be saved in ignorance. Where is it? Oh, it is in 31. Section 131, verse 6. It is impossible for a man to be saved in ignorance. Well, it doesn't say woman, Travis, so... Yeah, we won't discuss the meaning of man having to do with mankind in that situation. Human. Messages of Jesus Christ and His Gospel. Elder Boyd K. Packer taught, oh no, they're using it. There's a meme about this. A testimony is to be found in the bearing of it. False doctrine. Not even scripturally sound. Oh my God. This is simply a new way to help us testify of our beliefs in a new setting with broader reach. Here's a link. Oh, that is sad. Our Savior urged us to let our light so shine before men. Yeah, the moon. That they may see your good works and glorify glorify your Father which is in heaven. This is an awesome opportunity to let our lights shine. Moon the Facebook audience, which will undoubtedly strengthen our own faith in the process. There's my... I just thought of the thumbnail now. Hilarious. Alrighty.